So this is a very, very fun idea when it comes to forcing the spectator to pick a card. Now, this is going to be a one card force, and the other card is going to be a fair selection. It's a very, very interesting idea based on the reverse spread. First person that I saw use the reverse spread to really maximum efficiency is Al Schneider. Al Schneider is a creator of the Matrix. I know I've mentioned his name before on the Academy, but he's someone that is really an inspiration when it comes to methods. A lot of people might find him boring, but I think his methods and his mentality when it comes to magic is really one of the most underrated minds. And here is just an idea based on the reverse spread. So the idea of reverse spreading a card. Now the force card is going to end up on top of the deck. We're only going to force one card. We're going to have two cards picked, but we're going to force one card. And it's a very, very easy force to do. All we're going to do is we're going to have the first spectator name any number. So in this case, the spectator, let's say they named the number 10. We're going to count off cards one by one onto our right hand, just like this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At this point, you have the force card, which is going to be on the bottom of the deck, and you're going to have a random card here on top of the left-handed half. All we're going to do is we're going to show this to the spectator. We're going to have them remember the Jack of Clubs. And as an afterthought, what we're going to do is just simply use our fingertips to push and reverse spread these cards. So you notice what's happened here is that we're pushing the cards from this condition to this condition so that the perception is that the deck was spread to this point. So what the spectator should be left remembering, much like a crosscut force, is that this is the original condition of the deck. However, what they don't know is that this is the top card. This is the original top card of the deck. So in an afterthought, you could turn to another spectator and say, I tell you what, I want you to remember that card as well. I want you to go ahead and remember that card. So you're remembering this card, and I want you to remember this card. And of course, you have another spectator remembering, in this case, the 9 of clubs. So you could square this up. And now, guess what? You have an automatic key card. So you could cut the deck as many times as you want because you know that the card directly below is in fact the spectator's card. So you could very, very simply just go through the deck, take a peek at the card that's next to your key card. So in this case, right next to the key card is going to be the Jack of Clubs. So I could very easily just spread this, take a peek at the Jack of Clubs, put this down in the spectator's hand, and reveal the card in whatever way you want. You could tell them to imagine the card, say it over and over in their head. Jack of Clubs, whatever revelation method you want, you could do at this point. However, remember you have a force card. So the second spectator is thinking of a force card. So you could say and turn to them and say, had this person named any other number, your card would have been different. In this case, they said 10. And your card was what, sir? What was the card that you were thinking of? They're going to mention the 9 of clubs, whatever card they happen to have seen that's a force card. You could then reach into your pocket and take out a prediction showing that you knew that they were going to pick that card from the start. And it's a mind-blowing thing because this spectator could have named any number. So it becomes a little bit of a tongue twister because they then trick themselves into thinking, wait, you're right. If I would have picked a different number, that would have been a different card. So that's just a little bit of an interesting idea regarding a regular selection and a force card from this beautiful reverse spread idea. I love this technique. There's so many things you could do with it. I don't want to say any card at any numbers, but I do want to say certain things that you could definitely do with this in terms of forces, in terms of displacements. It's one of my favorite absolute techniques in all of Magic, and I think it's very, very underrated. This is just one little example that you could do with this particular method. But what I like about it is that, again, you are essentially having two spectators fairly think of cards. This one ends up being a special prediction revelation that really is a twist that nobody could have seen coming. So that's just a little bit of an idea. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's very, very simple, but don't disregard it just because of its simplicity. Those are usually the strongest ones. I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. Thank you guys for being members of the Pigcake Magic Academy, and I hope to see you on the next one.